Seriously? The Equalizer in the 80s, I played Edward Woodward's daughter, and that was the greatest for me because it was shot in New York. And I love New York, and I live there now. I loved the character, I loved the show. I was a fan of the show, so I was offered that part and I jumped at it. And then later, I met my husband, and he had created The Equalizer. It was later on that I met him finally, but yes, Equalizer is very big in my life. He would talk to me, take the time, explain things. I felt like he really got me. He understood me. I learned a lot. My character goes blind, and that was huge. That was very difficult and took supreme concentration. And I'm very proud to say that I've gotten letters from blind people that tell me how good I was. They watch the show with their sighted friends, and they tell me how well it was done. That was awesome that they would tell me that. Mike usually would, if he was directing, he would always try to break us up. At the end of our close-ups, he would say something, do something, whatever, to try to get us to break. And I prided myself that I wasn't gonna do it. I had good concentration and I wasn't gonna do it. So that didn't happen to me that often, no. The feature film, Happy Birthday to Me, well, I did have to wear a special bald cap, but it wasn't done like they do it now. The glue got caught in my hair and it pulled out all the hair around. It was agonizingly painful to take it off. And also when I was fitted for the mask for another character to wear. So I had to have the mask made of my face. And that is very claustrophobic. She was patient and loving and kind, intelligent, and probably more fun than people gave her credit for. Well, I was friends with a lot of them. Some of them were much older and have passed away. Edward Woodward and his family, his wife Michelle, Michael, of course, Landon, Karen Grassley. We occasionally talk. I consider Karen a friend. We're just, separated by a lot of miles. I've run into and seen a few people over the years that I've worked with, and it's always great to see them. So a person I met here knows a girl, Tracy Savage, who was an actress, a young actress when I was. We had the same agent, so I'm gonna try to, get back in touch with her. Overall, I'm always very happy to see people, on the street or running around, and it's fantastic to see people again. I think Happy Birthday was very, very difficult because it was shot in Canada, in Montreal, and I hadn't even turned 18 yet. And in the States, you have to have a guardian with you and you can only work 8 hours until you're 18. But in Canada, all bets were off and they worked me hours and hours and hours, and I was, don't I get to go home ever? I was the lead, and it was a lot of work, but it was fun. I only did 2 shows the 8th season because my character had gone blind, and I just felt there wasn't anything left for me to do. It had so many tragedies, we'd exhausted what she could do. It was hard to not go there every day, but maybe for me it was a little easier than for some of the other cast members because I wasn't in every show, and I sort of worked my way out a little more gently than it's done. So it was hard, but maybe not as hard as they had it.